There are many key numbers that we will be watching out for from the budget speech. And which are these numbers? I'm going to be highlighting just right here. First up will be the Manrega allocation, which if you see from FY16 onwards, it's been on the rise from 44,000 odd crore rupees. In FY18, it went up to 63.6 thousand crore rupees as well. We also saw, an uptick slightly to about 68.2 thousand crore rupees as well. As far as FY20 is concerned, there was a big spike in FY22 when you saw the number going up to 106,000 crore rupees, but there has been a decline. In FY24, the figure was 82,000 crore rupees, and in FY25, there's an expectation that there'll be a slight jump. Basis on what was allocated on the interim budget front, 86,000 crore rupees is what you can see on Manrega. This will ensure that the per-day wages of the rural employees is heightened at some extent, and of course, rural employment is also increased. But the second important figure will be on the capex front. This government has been very prudent when it comes to a capex-led growth. We have been seeing a bump up as far as the capex allocation is concerned. The capital allocation, which means for roads, highways, that continues to be on a rise. It continues to be breaking records after records in the last 5 years. And now if you see, some part of it will be allocated to the roads and the highways ministry. We've actually seen a consistent rise in the kilometers of highways that have been constructed over the last few years. From FY19 to FY24, you actually see a steady rise in the national highways construction. That is definitely prompting all of us to really understand how the connectivity across India, and that spurs the logistics sector and the overall economic growth with respect to the connectivity is concerned. And of course, facilities for you and I as a common person as well. So that will be important to see what booty does the Ministry of Roads and Highways really get. We've been hearing all statements from Nitin Gadkari, who's been talking about how he has been looking at record-breaking speed of highways construction in India. So that is something that we'll be watching out for today.
Very interesting, Sakshi, because what you're telling us is also what India truly is about. It is about the agriculture sector. So there will be expectations from the Kisan Samman Nidhi or Prime Minister or PM Kisan Yojana, which possibly will have some announcements. Will there be an increase in some amount for the farmers as well? Because remember, when we talk of agriculture, we talk of youth, women, men, farmers, poor. So it is a combination of many factors. And then there are the highways. You need, with a modern economy, with developing economy that we are, to also have the amenities, facilities, because the tax that we pay, we of course want to see the result on the streets where we drive. All of that will be crucial, and this combination is going to be very interesting. So what does the government have up its alley right now? I'm going across to my colleague Anmol Bali. Anmol Bali is outside MOS Finance, Pankaj Chaudhary's residence. Anmol, it's a big day, a lot of expectations. When are you expecting MOS Finance to leave? What kind of activity right now outside his residence?
Pooja, currently I am here outside the residence of Pankaj Chaudhary, MOS Finance, and as you can see behind me, the media is covering him because today is his big day. Today, Nirmala Sitharaman is going to present the first budget of Modi 3.0 government. This will be her 7th consecutive budget, and she will be breaking and surpassing the record of Morarji Desai, who presented around 5 annual budgets and 1 interim budgets. And soon minister will be leaving his residence. He will be going to finance ministry. He will be talking with the officers, with the finance minister. He will be assisting finance minister for her big day for the budget session. And various experts are thinking that this time government will be main focusing on the infrastructure, railways, as well as on the poor, women, unemployed, as well as on the research sector and various other sectors. They will ask the private sector to inject money into the research sector and as well as into the infrastructure.
Okay. Anmol, keep track of the latest that's coming in, because it's going to be eventually about what our policymakers have decided. And that will then craft the future, isn't it, Sakshi, of the next 5 years at least of the Sarkar, and as much for the nation. What do you think precisely has been the response, Sakshi, from the economic survey that was titled? Because there's already been a lot of chatter about it too.